welcome to another episode of Ins and Outs. I'm your show host, Andrew Botros. Today we are joined by some youth from St. Mark's Church in Sydney, Australia. To my right, we have Team Red with Clara, Anthony and Marina. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey.
And to my left, we've got Team Blue with Michael, Martin and Gabby. Welcome to the show as well.
Nice to be here.
Awesome. So, as usual, this show is a trivia-based show with biblical questions and general ability questions, and today we'll be focusing on chapters 23 and 24 of Acts. Each correct question will yield you 10 points and each incorrect question will minus 10 points from your total score. We'll be starting off with round 1 with 5 questions for Team Red. Let's begin. Which country is hosting the 2022 FIFA World Cup?
Qatar.
Right, that's correct. In Acts chapter 23, while Paul spoke to the Sanhedrin, who ordered Paul to be struck in the mouth? Ananias, that is correct. Spell plateau.
P-L-A-T-E-A-U.
Correct, plateau. How many sides in a nonagon?
9.
That's correct. What religious sect said that there was no resurrection and that neither angels nor spirits existed?
The Sadducees.
That is correct. Well done to Team Red, 100%, and they are 150 points. Well done. All right, now 5 questions to Team Blue. Let's begin. Which 2 NBA teams have tied up to have the most championship wins?
The Lakers and Celtics.
That is correct. In what city did the Lord tell Paul he would testify about him after Jerusalem?
Rome.
That is correct. Spell maneuver.
M-A-N-O-E-U-V-R-E.
That is correct. Where did the iconic Caesar salad originate from?
Mexico.
That's correct. Who heard of the plot to kill Paul and warned him in the barracks?
Paul's sister son.
That is correct. Well done to Team Blue on 150 points. Both teams are currently tied. Now we are off to round 2. 60 seconds on the clock. Beat the buzzer. Everyone's hands on the buzzers. Let's begin. What element of the periodic table has a symbol K? Number 4.
Potassium.
That is correct. How many books did St. Paul write? Number 2.
14.
That is correct. 40 men took a vow to not do what? Number 1.
Eat or drink.
That is correct. What is the scientific name of a dog? Number 2.
Dog.
That is incorrect. It's a canine. How many days are in Jonah's fast?
3.
Number 3.
3.
That is correct. What is 87 plus 56? Number 4.
124.
That is incorrect. It's 143. What are the names of the 3 saintly youth? Number 2.
Cedric, Meshach and Abednego.
Correct. Who was the first pope of the Coptic Church? Number 4.
St. Mark.
Correct. How many tribes of Israel were there? Number 5.
12.
Correct. Which fictional city is the home of Batman? Number 2.
Gotham.
Correct. 52 divided by what gives you 4? Number 4.
13.
That is correct. Who was Ruth's mother-in-law? Number 3.
Naomi.
Correct. In which hour of the Evangelion is the gospel with the Beatitudes? Number 5.
6.
That is correct. Which Renaissance scientist is credited with the discovery of the pendulum? Number 5.
Galileo.
Correct. How was the prophet Elijah taken up to heaven? Number 3.
China files.
That is correct. Well done to both teams. Team Red is currently on 220 points, taking the lead, and Team Blue is on 200 points, not that far behind. We'll now be starting off round 3, true or false questions. Hands on the buzzer, starting now. Physics was discovered in the 4th century. True or false? Number 4.
True.
Correct. True or false? The French Tennis Open is played on a clay surface. Number 2.
False.
Correct, it's true. True or false? On the road to Damascus, the boys spoke Hebrew to Paul according to his story. Number 2.
False.
That is correct, it's Aramaic. True or false? Pi can be written correctly as a fraction. Number 3.
False.
That is correct. True or false? Malachi is the last book in the Old Testament. Number 5.
True.
That is correct. The phrase terra nullius means everybody's land. Number 4.
False.
That is correct. True or false? King Agrippa wanted an audience with Paul while he was in the prison in Caesarea. Number 5.
True.
That is correct. True or false? Albert Einstein received a Nobel Prize. Number 2.
True.
That is correct. For the photoelectric effect. True or false? The Beatitudes are in the Gospel of John only. Number
False.
2. That is correct. True or false? Vertically opposite angles are equal. Number 3.
True.
That is correct. And that concludes round 3. Team Red is in the lead with 260 points and Team Blue is slightly behind them with 240 points. We're now going to be starting round 4, which is a testing your memory round. I'll be reading out a passage about the story of Saint Mina, and you will be answering questions based on the passage that you just heard. Let's begin. Saint Mina is considered the most well-known saint in the East and the West due to the many miracles that are performed through his prayers for us. That is evident in the numerous little clay bottles on which his name and pictures are engraved. These were discovered by archaeologists in diverse countries around the world, such as Heidelberg in Germany, Milan in Italy, Dalmatia in Yugoslavia, Marseille in France, Dengela in Sudan, and Jerusalem. Visitors from these cities and others would buy these bottles, which usually will contain oil and water for blessing, and take them to their relatives. Saint Mina was born in Egypt in the year 285, and in the city Nicaeus, which lies in the vicinity of Memphis. His parents were real ascetic Christians. His father's name was Audexius and his mother's was Euphemia. On the feast of Saint Mary, the mother who did not have any children was praying in front of the icon of the Virgin with tears that God may give her a blessed son. A sound came to her saying, Amen, and thus she called her son Mina. His father, a ruler of the administrative divisions of Egypt, died when Mina was 14 years old. At 15, he joined the army and was given a high rank because of his father's reputation and was appointed in Algeria. 3 years later, he left the army, longing to devote his life wholly to Christ. He headed towards the desert to live a different kind of life. After he spent 5 years as a hermit, he saw the angels coronating the martyrs with glamorous crowns in Revelation and longed to join them. While he was thinking about it, he heard a voice saying, Blessed are you, Abba Mina, because you have been called for the pious life from your childhood. He shall be granted 3 immortal crowns, one because of his celibacy, the second because of his asceticism, and the third because of his martyrdom. Immediately he felt as if the earth under him was vanishing, and he was overwhelmed with great eagerness to be carried away into the heavens. In a mood of valor, he hurried to the ruler, declaring his Christian faith. His endless sufferings and tortures that went through have attracted many pagans, not only to Christianity, but also to martyrdom. We'll now be starting the questions for round 4, hands on the buzzers. Why is Saint Mina well recognized in the East and the West? Number 3.
Because of the many miracles he performed.
Correct. What types of bottles discovered by archaeologists have his... Number 3.
Clay.
Correct. Where was Saint Mina born? Number 5.
Egypt.
Correct. On which feast day did Mina's mother pray for the children because she was barren? Number 5.
Feast of Saint Mary.
That's correct. What word did she hear that led her to call her son Mina? Number 5.
I mean,
Correct. Why was Saint Mina given a high rank in the army? Number 5.
for saving people.
There's
Correct.
reputation.
That is correct, Michael, but sorry, the first answer was wrong. What did Saint Mina do after he left the army? Number 4.
Went to the desert.
Correct. How long did he spend as a hermit? Number 3.
5 years.
Correct. How many immortal crowns were given to him? Number 1.
3.
Correct. Which pope in the Coptic Church adored the life of Saint Mina? Number
Pope
3.
Carlos.
That is correct. It wasn't in the passage, but well done.
Yes.
Well done to both teams. We're now going to be starting round 5. Just a quick score update. Team Red is on 310 points and Team Blue is on 270 points. Well done to both teams. Now we're going to be doing round 5, which is the same as round 2. 60 seconds on the clock. Hands on the buzzers. Let's start. What is the largest star in our solar? Number 4.
The sun.
Correct. What is the capital of New Zealand? Number 4.
Wellington.
Correct. There are 2 planets which are literally rain diamonds. Name one of them. Number 3.
Saturn and Jupiter.
That is correct.
Says name one.
Oh,
We'll go on.
sorry, but it's okay.
Double points if you name both.
Yes, sir.
Next question. Who succeeded Felix as a governor and held the trial? Number 1.
Porcius Festus.
That is correct. What is the largest organ in the human body? Number 3.
Skin.
That is correct. An angle more than 90 degrees but less than 100. Number
Obtuse.
2. That is correct. What was the name of the governor Felix's wife? Number 2.
Drusilla.
Correct.
Told you they wrote notes.
Helping each other.
And what?
Yeah,
what?
sorry.
Question. Who was said to float like a butterfly and sting like a number 5?
Muhammad Ali.
Correct. How many sides does a decagon have? Number 5.
10.
Correct. Who is the current United Kingdom Prime Minister? Number 5.
Boris Johnson.
That's correct. What is the smallest unit of matter? Number 5.
An atom.
Correct. And that concludes round 5.
And the winner is...
Good team effort. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Hopefully we'll see you in another episode on Ins and Outs. Have a good night and God bless.